It's 10:50 on the 14th of January, and I'm uploading for the interest of those that are interested in upholding the tenets of humanitarianism. Unfortunately, I'm confronted with adults that are conducting childish agendas of hate crime, and they have been obstructing and perverting the course of justice, and they've been there have been miscarriages of justice, and there has been corruption. Now, as I've mentioned, there have been injuries incurred on my body and my well-being as a consequence of people that are causing these problems in society, making children really unsafe, making families unsafe, and compromising professionals in their positions. So those people that are taking credit for my contributions to society, most notably Brexit, happened from the southwest of Ireland, Tralee, where I endeavoured to uncover a lot of financial abuse, financial theft and fraud, corruption basically, that was being conducted. And there are people speaking of it in a position where they had no hand or act or part to play in it. There's also the issue around mental health that I've addressed with COVID-19 origins originating from my advocacy, and I'm going to continue defending the integrity of COVID-19 and Brexit for as long as I have the opportunity to do so. I'm 2,500 days uploading and waiting for honourability, integrity and dignity to come to the fore. But honestly, there's been such obstruction by people that are being juvenile, and being of theft. Financial theft for me is huge, and it's criminal offence. And now the next set of offences I'm being confronted with have to do with the Roman Catholic Church being offended as well. So those people that are playing with the church records of my nuptials and committing forgery, they're all criminal offences. I'm still a married mother. My child was taken from me illegally, and these people have been damaging society for the past 20 years. And that's not just in the southwest of Ireland, but beyond and abroad. So the matter I'm intending on referring to this morning is the integrity, dignity and honourability regarding my professional portfolio. As I've said, there have been injuries incurred to safeguard those that were being exposed to disease or crime, and those words aren't very easily or lightly used. But those people that are disillusioned are delusional and that use their words very lightly and very out of context should be careful about misconstruing the facts with their fallacies. Some people that haven't had exposure to the origins of Brexit or COVID-19 really shouldn't bring down the tone or the level of the success of COVID-19 or Brexit with their own mental distortions. So I'm concerned for those in mental health that are disrespecting Narcotics Anonymous, and my work with Narcotics Anonymous that has helped and saved and recovered lives. There has been recovery and there's been social reform. So as is common knowledge, the very culprits that have been causing these problems in society are still present, and they're still causing destitution, denigration, and they're walking on property where I don't condone them to be walking. I'm still a married mother and a Roman Catholic as well, I might add, and those people that are messing and frauding with church records, I'm very concerned for your safety and well-being committing such criminal offences. I did not give consent to anybody or any representative to put my name to any papers of any type or sort of arrangement, and it is still quite pertinent and significant that the very culprits that cause the problems for Ireland and abroad are still causing problems. So I would appreciate the relevant authorities at home and abroad assisting me in addressing all of these problems. Again, I've been conducting endeavours of humanitarianism to save people's health and wealth for the past 20 years, and I currently am in need of the assistance myself now as well with people offending the Roman Catholic Church and offending the debts that I'm owed, and offending my innocent child that is gone from my care illegally without a prior supervision care order, no notification of an emergency care order, and no grounds or reason, and no legal representation. So that's another criminal offence I'm experiencing. So this is for the interest of the European Court of Human Rights, and the United Nations and UNICEF. As a humanitarian, it's a sad sign of the times that crime is being conducted against the humanitarian values and ethics and ethos, etc. But the same situation is reoccurring, and that is only going to bring about what only happened between 2017 and 2019, when there was mayhem, absolute mayhem, when the corruption was uncovered. So those people that are still peddling corrupt behaviour in society, I'm very concerned for your roles, positions and your seats in society. Those that facilitate the corrupt behaviour that I helped heal and address and resolve, that's all being damaged, and the role of COVID-19 and Brexit is being brought into disrepute when it's not being respected from where it originated from. So when those people that are able to understand what debts are, what financial wealth and monetary gain is, they might get back to the basics and honour their debts that they owe me. I'm owed huge money, and it's shameless what I've had to tolerate by people that haven't honoured their debts. People that don't honour their debts aren't fit for financial transactions, and people that walk onto property that is private are committing a trespass offence, and the authorities that support crimes against an innocent child are making families unsafe. So those that are offending my advocacy, protection and so on, the other entitlements I have, then that just breaks down the pillars of democracy and it makes society unsafe. So I'm just going to share some basic information again later on for those that have debts owing to my name since November 2017 in particular, and even prior to then if they want to calculate back further. But those that think they're impoverishing me and not paying their debts that they owe me, I have concerns for your children's wealth and well-being, living off stolen money from a mother, most notably this mother. And the United Nations, you've heard from me for quite a few years, and I'm still awaiting for the injustice, discrimination and inequality to be addressed. So those that aren't respecting the origins of Brexit and COVID-19, unfortunately I can't guarantee that I could be happy supporting what isn't being transacted properly. So it's quite serious. I put a lot of work into Brexit and COVID-19 to happen, and I believe there are people associating themselves with my professional portfolio and my experiences, strengths and hopes with Narcotics Anonymous. So there's a lot around this situation. I'm trying to keep it as succinct as possible, but those people that are confused with my identity or using disillusionment language, I think they really need to seek assistance in reality-based perception techniques of understanding what is and what isn't. So as a recovery addict, I wish everyone the best this Sunday morning in their recovery. Sanity and sobriety could reign supreme, and everyone can make the best of life and living with good standards and good practices in their lives that are only for the betterment of our children and our family. So those people that have been stalking me and that have been putting their name to my portfolio, unfortunately are putting Brexit and COVID-19 in a very, very precarious position. Those that are taking credit for my work have to start paying their debts. And as I've mentioned, the Department of Social Protection, any suspension of allowances with regard to what debts I'm owed already from the state regarding the tooth, etc., the issue of individuals not fulfilling their obligations to my name or my contributions to the state, all bring about huge human rights abuses that are going on. So I've put my contact details online as well, and hope for the best that people might come right round and see the light of day and do the best for their children in the long run. So that's as much as I have to say this morning. Crime is occurring. It's called corruption. It's occurring again in Tralee County Kerry. Authorities have already assisted crime against me, and they have already reaped the repercussions for assisting crime against me. So those authorities might look to the past and understand what I've done for Brexit and what I've done for COVID-19, and they might also try and locate my son that is a missing person legally without supervision, notification, emergency care orders or anything of the sort ever present in his case. So that's the update. It's a sad sign of the times when people can't do things right.